Atlantis Squarepantis. It's actually one of my favorite Spongebob video games. There eventually was a TV show of the same name, an episode in the Spongebob series. In recent years, they've had a lot of guest stars in the Spongebob series, including Ernest Borgnine, Tim Conway, Johnny Depp, and even David Bowie. David Bowie, he actually was in the TV show Atlantis Squarepantis, the TV episode, and that was one of the first times I've heard of him or noticed him. I remembered him from Arthur and the Invisibles, and I liked him as an actor. By then he was mostly an actor, not so much a singer as he was in his early years, but I liked his music, and I think that that it's one of the best SpongeBob episodes of all time, Atlantis Squarepantis. And it's also one of the best video games ever made. The video game is pretty much a playthrough of the entire episode, but it's very fun. I think it's fun. There is a shooting level. There's a shooting level, and what you have to do is you have to if you recall in the episode, they were running away from the guards, and the guards had like ping pong balls shooting out of their handguns, and then Sandy collects a whole bunch of them and uses Squidward as a weapon. And that was actually one of my favorite levels to play all the time when I was a little kid. Still is one of my favorite, but it's also quite funny. You really have to keep your eyes on the game, because there's one of those levels where you have to and it's on the Wii, so you have to either hold it, sometimes you have to hold it like this, sometimes you need the nunchuck, sometimes you have to sometimes not use the nunchuck at all and have to point it like this, sometimes you have to turn it over and then hold it like a Game Boy, or we'll use this as a demonstration. Sometimes you gotta hold it like this, or sometimes you gotta flip it around and kind of use it to, what I just explained there. Unfortunately, David Bowie was not in the game. That would have been cool. Interestingly, Mr. Krabs doesn't say anything in this game. He's more of a silence. He's like, ooh, or ha! What I like about the game is this. You play the characters. It's got most of the original cast in this game, and they're playing, you're playing them, and you can hear them speak, and it's their voices. I mean, what couldn't be better than that? Oh, and plus, I know my mother would like this bit. My mother doesn't just like Patrick, she also likes it when Plankton tries to come up with a master plan, or a diabolical plan. And in this one, he decides, forget the formula, I'm going to try and become the ruler of Atlantis. Literally. And there is a level where we play him, or how we have to help him sneak into the palace. It's kind of fun when you get to play the bad guy. Bad guys are always fun to play. That's my personal opinion. If I were to play this game now, I would. In other words, I think if you're a SpongeBob fan, you should definitely get this game. If you still have a Wii, find it, and it is absolutely hilarious. It's fun, and if your parents like SpongeBob, they're going to laugh and have a great time in general. Thanks for tuning in. Mr. Blue's here for you.